What if this holiday season, your home could feel alive and welcoming without being weighed down by every ornament you've ever collected, every ribbon from decades of gift wrapping, or every knick-knack that's been tucked away just in case? Imagine walking into your living room and feeling a sense of calm, a space that invites laughter, conversation, and the warmth of memories, without the stress of clutter constantly tugging at your attention. This is exactly the challenge facing Mabeline, 74, a retired harpist whose love for holiday traditions runs deep. Every year, she unwraps boxes filled with ornaments from her childhood, gifts from former students, handmade decorations from grandchildren, and seasonal items she has collected over decades. Each piece carries a story, a memory, a sentiment. And yet, despite the joy these items bring, her home has slowly started to feel crowded and overwhelming. The very objects meant to celebrate life and connection are now weighing her down, making it difficult to fully enjoy the season. Mabeline treasures every memory attached to her decorations, yet she notices how the clutter drains her energy, steals her focus, and subtly diminishes the holiday spirit she so cherishes. She longs for a way to honor her past, keep the magic alive, and still create a space that feels open, inviting, and stress-free. Have you ever felt your home is full of memories but somehow missing the warmth and ease you hoped for? Maybe you've looked around and felt both nostalgia and fatigue in the same glance. Mabeline faced the same struggle, and she discovered a new approach, a set of 7 thoughtful, senior-friendly steps that completely transformed her holidays, turning her home into a space that truly breathes. Let's explore these steps together and see how you can invite life, joy, and connection into your own home this season. Step 1. Memory anchors, not memory walls. The first step to transforming your holiday space isn't about removing everything or striving for minimalism, it's about creating what we can call memory anchors. Instead of surrounding yourself with dozens of ornaments, trinkets, and decorations, focus on a handful of objects that carry the deepest meaning, the ones that tell the story of your life, your family, and the moments that matter most. For seniors, this approach is especially powerful because it respects both memory and physical space, allowing you to engage with your past without letting it crowd your present. Memory anchors are about intention, choosing a few items that spark joy, nostalgia, and connection, and giving them the space to shine. This strategy transforms your home from a cluttered showcase into a gallery of meaningful moments, where each object becomes a conversation starter, a gentle reminder of cherished experiences, and a source of emotional warmth. Take Mabeline as an example. Instead of placing every ornament she's ever collected onto the tree or mantle, she carefully selects 3 that encapsulate the holiday memories she treasures most. One is a hand-painted ornament her granddaughter made when she was 5, a tiny, imperfect masterpiece that still brings a smile to Mabeline's face every year. Another is a delicate harp-shaped ornament, celebrating her lifelong love of music and her years performing for community events. The third is a simple, vintage glass ornament passed down from her mother, a tangible link to her family history and traditions that have carried through generations. By limiting herself to these 3 items, Mabeline creates a space where each object stands out, where memories are not competing for attention, and where she can fully engage with the stories each piece holds. For seniors, this approach also has practical benefits. A few meaningful items are easier to dust, organize, and display safely. It reduces the risk of accidents, makes decorating less overwhelming, and leaves room for flexible spaces where family members can move freely, sit comfortably, or gather for games, storytelling, or music. Memory anchors encourage reflection without fatigue, letting you enjoy the holidays fully while honoring your personal history. This step also opens opportunities for creativity and connection. You might pair a memory anchor with a small note explaining its significance, or rotate different anchors each year to reflect changing memories and experiences. The goal is not perfection or uniformity, it's intentionality, choosing items that resonate deeply and make your home feel alive, meaningful, and personal. So here's a question for you: which 3 items in your home tell your story best? Think about the objects that make you pause, smile, or feel a gentle tug at your heart. These are the pieces to elevate this season. By creating memory anchors, you aren't just arranging decorations, you're crafting a holiday experience that celebrates your life, your stories, and the people you love, all while keeping your space manageable, joyful, and full of life. Step 2. Experience corners, not decor overload. The second step to creating a holiday space that truly feels alive is to shift your focus from filling every surface with decorations to designing experience corners, small, intentional areas where meaningful activities, connection, and interaction can take center stage. For seniors, this approach is particularly effective because it transforms the home from a passive showcase of ornaments into a living space that invites engagement, conversation, and shared moments. Rather than constantly adding more objects, the goal is to craft pockets of life within your home, spaces that encourage participation, enjoyment, and connection with those you care about. Experience corners are about curating interactions, not clutter. These areas might be as simple as a small table arranged for storytelling, a reading nook adorned with a favorite throw and a few cherished books, or a cozy spot for playing holiday games with family. By limiting decorations in these corners and instead focusing on what people can do there, you create an environment that fosters laughter, conversation, and lasting memories. This method also allows seniors to engage fully with their guests, participate in activities without feeling overwhelmed, and enjoy the holiday season without the fatigue that comes from navigating crowded, ornament-laden spaces. Take Mabeline as an example. She set up a small table near the window with a few meaningful touches: a steaming mug of cocoa, a small stack of holiday cards, and a tiny bowl of treats. This table became a gathering spot for family storytelling, where grandchildren shared memories, and Mabeline could reminisce about past holidays while listening to theirs. She added a soft candle and a small festive centerpiece, keeping it simple yet inviting. By creating this intentional space, Mabeline transformed a previously overlooked corner of her living room into a hub of life, laughter, and connection. It became a place where memories could be made rather than just displayed, and where decorations served the experience rather than dominating it. For seniors, the benefits extend beyond emotional enjoyment. Experience corners reduce the risk of tripping or knocking over fragile decorations, make cleaning easier, and give a sense of purpose to each area of the home. These spaces also create flexible zones that can adapt to different needs: reading, games, tea, or music, making your home feel dynamic, rather than static and cluttered. By embracing experience corners, you also create opportunities for personalization. Each corner can reflect a theme, a favorite memory, or an activity that brings joy to you and your family. This approach ensures that your decorations are meaningful, your home is navigable, and every corner contributes to the warmth and liveliness of the holiday season. Think about your own home. Is there a small area that could become an experience corner? Could it host conversation, games, or shared memories rather than just ornaments? Creating even one such corner can dramatically shift the energy of your holiday space, making it feel more spacious, alive, and connected to the people you love. The next step builds on this idea and introduces a clever trick that can make your home feel even larger and more harmonious, while still keeping every space joyful and intentional. Step 3. Invisible holiday rotation. The third step to transforming your holiday space might feel a little surprising at first, but it's one of the most effective ways to keep your home feeling light, fresh, and full of life: the invisible holiday rotation. Instead of trying to display every cherished ornament or decoration every single year, consider temporarily setting some items aside, rotating them in and out of your displays year by year. This approach is especially valuable for seniors, who often have decades of holiday memories represented in their collections. By rotating items, you honor those memories without overwhelming your home, keeping the nostalgia alive while freeing up space, reducing stress, and creating a sense of anticipation for the items yet to come. Think of it as giving your decorations a little vacation. Some ornaments rest in storage, tucked safely away, while others take their turn in the spotlight. This way, each year's display feels new, intentional, and special, without the fatigue of managing a cluttered space. For seniors, this also reduces physical strain: fewer boxes to carry, less bending and reaching, and less risk of accidents. You can still honor all the items you love, but instead of displaying everything at once, each piece gets its moment to shine, and your home feels lighter, calmer, and more inviting. Take Mabeline's approach, for example. She has a box of ornaments collected over the past 40 years. Instead of trying to put them all on her tree and around her home, she selects a small number each year, perhaps 5 to 10 pieces that reflect the memories she wants to celebrate that season. The rest remain carefully stored in labeled boxes, ready for future holidays. One year, she focuses on ornaments made by her children. Another year, she highlights decorations connected to her travels or musical performances. This rotation keeps her displays interesting and meaningful, and each season brings the joy of rediscovery, as long-forgotten treasures return to the spotlight. The invisible rotation also opens up opportunities for creativity and intentional storytelling. Seniors can plan themes, create clusters of items that tell a narrative, or even surprise visiting family members with decorations they haven't seen in years. It allows you to balance the desire to honor the past with the need for a functional, manageable home. Instead of feeling weighed down by decades of accumulated items, each holiday display becomes a carefully curated experience that tells a story and creates emotional resonance without excess. So here's a thought for you. Could a rotation system make your holidays feel lighter, more intentional, and full of life? By choosing what stays out and what rests in storage, you create a home that celebrates memory while offering freedom, ease, and space to move, relax, and connect. This method not only preserves the sentimental value of your ornaments but also transforms your holiday experience into one of joy, clarity, and balance. Step 4. Sensory joy over stuff. The fourth step to creating a holiday home that truly feels alive is to shift the focus from objects to experiences, especially through the senses. Rather than adding more ornaments, figurines, or decorations to every surface, consider how music, scent, and touch can bring the holiday spirit to life in a way that engages memory, emotion, and presence, without contributing to clutter. For seniors, this approach is particularly powerful because it allows the home to feel festive, comforting, and dynamic while keeping spaces manageable and easy to navigate. Sensory elements connect directly to our memories and emotions, often more vividly than visual decoration alone. A familiar holiday song, the scent of pine or cinnamon, or a textured garland can trigger nostalgia, warmth, and joy in an instant. Take Mabeline as an example. Instead of piling more ornaments on her already full mantle, she curates a holiday playlist featuring songs that remind her of family gatherings, past performances, and cherished moments with friends. The music creates a backdrop that immediately lifts the mood and invites participation. Grandchildren hum along, friends share stories prompted by the songs, and Mabeline herself feels immersed in the spirit of the season without moving a single object. She complements this auditory experience with scented elements, like a small tray of pine-scented candles or a subtle mix of cinnamon and clove, which fills the air with memories of past holidays and instantly signals that the season is here. In addition to sound and smell, touch adds another layer of connection. Mabeline selects a small, tactile garland with pine cones and soft ribbon. It decorates her table or mantle, but it's also something she can handle, arrange, or let grandchildren touch as they help decorate. This creates interactive moments, engages multiple senses, and reinforces connection without contributing to clutter. Seniors often find that sensory experiences evoke the richness of holiday memories more effectively than simply displaying more items, making the home feel alive and emotionally resonant without overwhelming the space. Another benefit of sensory-focused decor is that it can be adjusted and refreshed easily. Swap scents, rotate playlists, or change textures each year, or even week by week, to keep the home feeling vibrant and engaging. This flexibility allows seniors to maintain variety, joy, and novelty without the physical strain or stress of constant decorating. Sensory joy is also inclusive, inviting everyone in the household to participate and respond in ways that feel natural, gentle, and memorable. Here's a prompt to consider. What senses bring the most joy and memories to your holidays? Could a familiar song, a favorite scent, or a tactile decoration transform your home into a space that feels alive and comforting without extra clutter? By prioritizing sensory experiences over stuff, you create a holiday environment that is immersive, emotionally rich, and deeply personal, where memories, connections, and the joy of presence take center stage. This method turns your home into a celebration of life, not just a collection of objects. Step 5. Guests as living decorations. The fifth step to transforming your holiday space is a simple but radical idea: prioritize people over objects. Instead of thinking that ornaments, lights, or elaborate arrangements are what make your home feel festive, focus on arranging your space for conversation, connection, and shared experiences. For seniors, this approach can be particularly powerful, as it emphasizes relationships, storytelling, and presence, elements that create memories far more enduring than any decoration ever could. When your home is designed around the people who inhabit it, rather than the objects that fill it, the holiday season becomes richer, warmer, and infinitely more meaningful. Mabeline realized that her home felt busiest not when she had decorations up, but when she had nowhere comfortable for her grandchildren, friends, or extended family to sit, chat, or play games. So she shifted her priorities. She moved a few chairs to create a cozy conversation circle, cleared a corner for a small game table, and left open space for mingling. Instead of filling every surface with decorations, she made room for laughter, storytelling, and shared activities. Her home became a living, breathing environment, where the energy of her guests served as the true adornment, bringing the space to life in ways no ornament ever could. For seniors, designing for interaction has multiple benefits. It reduces stress by keeping spaces clear and accessible, prevents accidents, and encourages gentle movement and engagement. When the focus is on people rather than objects, every decoration serves a purpose, perhaps a centerpiece to inspire conversation, a candle to set a mood, or a small sensory item to enhance an experience, but it never overshadows the relationships in the room. This balance transforms your home from a static display into a dynamic, welcoming environment where memories are created naturally through presence and shared joy. Mabeline also discovered that treating guests as living decorations fosters intentionality and mindfulness. Each visitor brings their own stories, energy, and personality to the space, creating interactions that are impossible to replicate with objects alone. She began inviting neighbors for tea and cookies, hosting small storytelling circles, and encouraging grandchildren to share music, games, or performances. These moments became the highlights of her holiday season, far outweighing any ornament or decoration. Her home no longer felt like a storage space for memories. It became a stage for living, breathing celebrations of life, love, and connection. Here's a prompt for reflection. Who could you invite this season to make your holidays feel truly alive? Could a neighbor, a friend, or a family member transform your space simply by being present? By prioritizing people as the centerpiece of your home, you create an environment where joy, laughter, and meaningful memories naturally flourish. This approach turns your holiday space into a place where life itself is the decoration, making every interaction a moment to treasure and every corner a space of warmth and connection. Step 6. Light, shadow, and reflection. The sixth step to elevating your holiday space is to harness the subtle power of light, shadow, and reflection. Rather than adding more ornaments, figurines, or decorative clutter, focus on how light can transform your home into a warm, festive haven. For seniors, strategic lighting not only enhances ambience but also makes spaces feel safer, more navigable, and emotionally uplifting. Soft, thoughtful illumination draws attention to meaningful objects, creates depth, and sets the tone for celebration without increasing physical clutter. The right lighting can make even a minimal arrangement feel magical, emphasizing your home's charm and the memories it holds. Mabeline discovered that by placing a few soft lamps around her living room, she could instantly transform the atmosphere. She chose lamps with warm, golden bulbs that mimicked candlelight, casting a gentle glow across the room. The light highlighted her carefully selected memory anchors, the harp-shaped ornament, her granddaughter's hand-painted creation, and the vintage glass piece, making them feel alive and prominent without adding a single new decoration. Shadows played across the walls and ceiling, creating visual interest and a sense of depth that made her home feel larger, cozier, and inviting. She also incorporated reflective surfaces strategically. A small mirror behind the mantel doubled the effect of her candles, reflecting their soft light across the room. Glass ornaments and bowls caught the glow, subtly sparkling and drawing the eye without cluttering the space. These reflections added a festive shimmer, making the home feel lively, bright, and full of energy, yet entirely manageable for a senior navigating the space. The interplay of light and shadow created an emotional resonance, evoking the warmth of past holidays while emphasizing the present moment in a gentle, immersive way. For seniors, this technique offers both aesthetic and practical benefits. Warm lighting enhances visibility and reduces eye strain, while reflections and shadows create a dynamic, visually engaging environment that encourages movement and exploration. It also invites a sense of mindfulness, pausing to notice the shimmer of a glass ornament, the flicker of candlelight, or the way light plays across the room can become a form of meditative joy, enhancing emotional well-being during the holidays. Mabeline's approach shows that less can truly be more. By carefully controlling where light falls, she amplified the beauty and significance of each decoration, turning ordinary objects into storytelling elements. A simple lamp, a reflective surface, or the careful placement of candles can make your home feel alive, festive, and emotionally resonant without creating clutter or stress. Here's a prompt to consider. Where could you use light to highlight what matters most in your home this season? Could a soft lamp, a reflective surface, or even natural sunlight through a window transform your space into a holiday haven that feels expansive, warm, and inviting? By mastering light, shadow, and reflection, you create a home where the beauty and meaning of your memories shine naturally, making every corner feel intentional, magical, and alive. Step 7. The gift of intentional space. The seventh and final step to creating a holiday home that truly feels alive is embracing intentional space, purposefully leaving areas open to move, relax, and connect. While it may feel counterintuitive in a season often associated with abundance and decoration, giving your home breathing room is one of the most generous gifts you can offer yourself and your loved ones. For seniors, this principle is especially meaningful. Open spaces reduce stress, prevent accidents, and create opportunities for spontaneous moments of joy and connection, making the holidays feel calm, comfortable, and alive rather than chaotic and overwhelming. Intentional space is about more than simply removing clutter. It's a mindful approach to designing your environment so that every area serves a purpose. When you create pockets of openness, you allow energy to flow, both physically and emotionally. This frees you from the fatigue of constant tidying or navigating crowded rooms and gives family members room to gather naturally, chat, or engage in activities. These spaces invite interaction without forcing it, making your home adaptable to the rhythms of celebration, whether it's a quiet moment with a cup of cocoa, a lively conversation circle, or an impromptu game with grandchildren. Mabeline exemplifies this principle beautifully. She keeps a reading nook near the window, complete with a soft chair, cozy throw, and a few favorite books. It's an open sanctuary where she can pause and recharge amid the holiday bustle. Nearby, she maintains a conversation corner with a few chairs arranged in a gentle circle, leaving the surrounding space clear for movement and interaction. By doing so, her home feels spacious and welcoming, and her guests are naturally drawn to these areas. The openness encourages unplanned storytelling, laughter, and shared memories, moments that become far more meaningful than the sheer number of ornaments or decorations on display. Intentional space also enhances emotional well-being. When seniors have room to move freely and relax without feeling cramped, stress diminishes, energy levels rise, and there's more capacity to savor the season's joys. Open areas invite mindfulness, allowing you to notice subtle pleasures, the warmth of sunlight, the flicker of candlelight, or the laughter of loved ones, without distraction or overwhelm. This approach transforms your home into a living environment that prioritizes experience over excess, presence over possession. Think about your own home this holiday season. Which corners or areas could breathe more? Could a chair by a window, a cleared hallway, or an empty table surface become a sanctuary for relaxation, connection, or reflection? By intentionally leaving space, you're giving yourself and your guests freedom to engage naturally, creating a home that is not only visually appealing but emotionally alive. This final step turns the holiday season into an experience of warmth, movement, and connection, where every open area contributes to a sense of life, joy, and meaningful presence throughout your home. After embracing all 7 steps, Mabeline's home was transformed. Spaces that were once crowded with decades of decorations now breathed with life and intention. Her carefully chosen memory anchors stood out, inviting reflection and conversation, while experience corners buzzed with interaction, a table for storytelling, cozy reading nooks, and spaces for play. Rotating cherished items kept traditions alive without clutter, and thoughtful use of light, shadow, and reflective surfaces added warmth and depth. Sensory elements like music, scents, and tactile garlands filled her home with emotion, creating an environment where holidays were felt as much as seen. The emotional payoff was profound. Mabeline felt energy, calm, and joy instead of fatigue. Guests naturally became the centerpiece, with conversations and spontaneous moments creating memories far richer than any decoration. Each open space and curated item combined to make her home spacious, intentional, and alive. Her story shows the best gift this holiday is not more things, it's space for life, connection, and memory. By choosing what to display, creating interactive corners, rotating items, embracing sensory experiences, and leaving room for movement, you can craft a holiday home that honors the past, enhances the present, and invites joy. If this guide resonates, don't just like, tap the hype button to help seniors discover these tips. On your YouTube app, scroll to the comment preview carousel, swipe left, tap hype, select points, and confirm. You get 3 free hypes weekly, each pushing this video higher and helping more people over 60. Consistent hypes can even earn you a Hype Star badge, showing your support for this community. Also, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip. Share with friends or family who could use a holiday with less clutter and more life. Comment, which step will you try first? Your insight could inspire someone else to create meaningful space this season. By engaging, hype, like, share, comment, you help build a community of seniors discovering intentional space. Together, we can make holidays full of presence, warmth, and life. Tap hype, like, subscribe, and share. The gift of intentional space isn't just for Mabeline, it can be for you and everyone you care about.